I'm just going to go ahead on and get started with what I feel is on my heart, because I haven't a clue how this message is going to turn out or even really what I'm going to say, but I feel led. It started a couple of days ago. I was speaking to my youngest son, and he was letting me know about the military. They will pay to help you start start a business, startup money for a business. And the suggestion that he gave me of the business, the type of business he wanted to start, I was like, I don't like, I'm not going to burst anybody's bubble, but the business he was mentioning is a business that most young men in my culture or in my ethnic group of people, the young men in the hood, they basically all want to start the same businesses. I'm not even going to name them, because if you're from the hood and you're black or whatever, but you're in the hood, most of them basically have that same mindset on the type of businesses they start up. Nothing wrong with that, but don't follow the trend. We have to learn how to follow our gifts, our passions, our skills, our talents, not just what the environment thing going on around us, what everybody they do. Nothing wrong with it, but it's time to really follow your own passion. So I guess this is where the tendency of the thoughts to keep coming regarding relationships. My son, he started his family and everything, and they weren't compatible on maybe they were compatible on the maturity level at one time, but when it's time to get serious about life, everybody have to, in a relationship, in a business, in whatever connection that we are in, everybody have to be on the same level as far as wanting to grow together. When we start things new with partners, we have to make sure that these partners are wanting to grow different levels at different times, willing to let go of what's holding back the growth, finding new ideas to expand the growth. We have to just really make sure we're connecting up to the right people to go forward in life with. So me considering all the thoughts regarding my son, I would love to give him suggestions, but I really have to allow him to pull that out of himself. And I did suggest that, son, that type of business, you may sit waiting on money. Find out what is a supply and demand. There's so much that we could think about that can be done where we really don't have to sit and wait on money. And when we've put all types of money to get it started, products and things, but it's just not, the return on our investment isn't coming. If anything, let it be a side hustle, but not something that you're depending on to earn an income. And then it's no shame if the business you start up don't work. Get up and try another. And switching the tone, the energy of the message I'm talking about now. As I was reading this morning, it came about pioneers. I kind of know what pioneers mean, that they start things, they basically like the first ones to go and do something that maybe nobody else had done before or something like that. So it's like God is telling me that there will be a lot of ideas. Yes, maybe somebody may have done that idea before, but you may be the first in your group, in your family, or in your culture, environment, your hood, to break out and start that pioneering journey. You know, you may be the first one to start doing it. So it's like, and then I had to wind up praying, God, yes, wake up the pioneering spirit. You know, because right now a lot of people are breaking away from following the trend, following the fads of our society, of reality TV, of Hollywood. We are breaking away from that. So that means you may be the first one to start something. And that pioneering spirit, we need to be brave and not afraid to take risks. And also, you know, having the people with us that is not afraid to go along. We could be afraid to make these moves and these different things we're trying to go by faith in. Yes, we could be afraid because we've never done it before. But even though we're afraid, there will be something within us to give us the courage to go forward and make the decision to do this, whether we know if we're going to fail or not. And that's basically having a pioneering spirit. The spirit of pioneers are being awakened within us all. So again, now to switch the energy of what I want to talk about regarding pioneers. When I was kind of like researching early pioneers, for one, it said most of the early pioneers, they were farmers. So it's like now, the different businesses we may want to go into and things like that, I think a whole new mindset need to be working within our hearts, because a lot of the businesses that we want to go into and that we are into, back in 2020 when things shut down, we realized some of these businesses were not something that we can stand on as a solid foundation. So now the pioneering spirit, energy of a pioneer, it has to be something that is solid. Because if the economy shut down, will it shut down your flow? You know, it has to be something that the basic necessities of life. Can we think of ideas that can earn a life-supporting, family-supporting profit that is also a demand for life? Because right now, I was telling my other son the other day that it's like we have a whole new train of thought that we need to be bringing about. We were back in the days told to go to school, go to college. We weren't told at that time to start a business. So then we evolved into starting a business. But now it's time to evolve into something else, because it boils down to survival. So going back to the early pioneers, basically were farmers. So starting a pioneering type of mindset life, I was reading in 1 Corinthians, I got my Bible right here, chapter 3. It was saying that one man plants a seed, another man waters, but it's God that gives the increase. So that comes back to where, and then it says, we are all workers together with God. So one man plants, another man waters, and God that gives the increase. So to me, again, it means that whoever we're connecting up to, not one is more important than the other. One may have what the other don't have. So planting seeds and back to pioneers, early pioneers were farmers, that hit home in my heart. Because I know that to me, these are times that we become self-sufficient. How can we survive without depending on anything society, economy, or whatever can give us? Can we eat our own food if the grocery stores shut down? Can we have our own money if or barter system or whatever the case may be? Can we be sustained with what we have to work with others to keep things flowing? I mean, I really don't even know how the words can be expressed of what I'm feeling in my heart. But it's time for us to be self-sufficient within our group, within our family. Those of us that we need skills. Can some people build a house? Can some people do gardening work? Do some people have the money but don't have none of those skills? So all of us coming together, incorporating these different survival tactics. You know, you grow enough food to feed your family, but then you may grow enough food to feed your community. Then you may grow enough food to sell, profit, you know, and then you may have the skills to build a house, buying land and building a house, and having your food. If you can't do it alone, it's time for us to incorporate our talents and skills and our ideas, our monies, our one man planted, another man watered, but it's God that gives the increase. So the bottom line is, if God isn't laying the foundation for that increase of all of us working together so we can increase. And this is the season, this is the time, the energy in our atmosphere where God is joining people together, where their gifts and everything can come together, because God is getting increase. He has increase on mine, expansion on mine, not individuality. I used to have the mindset, I plant and water my own seed. And God, yes, was faithful to give the increase. But now God is trying to expand my life, expand my family's life. And this is something that we are not called to do alone. The type of increase God is calling for, it calls for connection, community work, family work, partners in business work. Not all of this singled out, alone, isolated from anybody, to help us expand. God is breaking these mindsets, and I thank God for it, because I really don't need anybody and don't really have the desire for anybody, but that's what's in my heart. I can't do it alone, and God, I know God is going to present help, because this is where expansion for humanity on the love, on the high manifestating side of the spiritual life is coming about. God is bringing us together as one so we can expand. Again, whether it's a family, whether it's a relationship, whether it's business partners, our ideas, everything is coming together. But the coming together for the type of expansion God is putting here in this earth, setting the foundation for, now that it increases, it's a different mindset that we have to have. Humble your pride, Wanda, and invite that mate. Invite that partner. Invite your family. I've been doing that anyway. But again, if I have to do it by myself, that's how I've been doing it. And God has been faithful to do the increase. But God is ready to take us to another level, which is going to take joining together with one, two, a community or whatever. Because it's about survival. We don't know where this world is headed towards. We don't know the outcome of what these people are doing. But it's going to call for us to come together as one and unite on a plan for the future expansion of our future. And I know in my heart it's taking us further than one of us can do alone. So I pray my message is coming over from my heart, and for us to expand, the God type of expansion, we got to humble ourselves and see and be wise with who we're joining up to, because we're not asking for any type of mate, any type of business partner, people in the community joining, bringing their bull mess with this. No, we're talking about people that have pure intentions on growth. Can they work along with people? Or do they have to be the head? No, this ain't nobody no head. Because like you say, God said, one man plants, another man waters, but it's only God. All of this belongs to God. It don't, this mine, that. No, we can't have that mindset. There is no, God is the head. We're all on this together to do this as one. I'm going to leave it there and let the message carry over from my heart to your heart. Let those that have ears to hear, let them hear. Let us have wisdom to carry out. Thank you, and have a blessed day.